that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, I knew it. I was right. What did I tell you? What have I been saying? Welcome back to the New Nation. I'm your host, Mike. This isn't going to be a very long episode today, but I just saw what some people have been spreading on social media, on X, on Instagram, what a bunch of friends have been sending me, and that is this weird Melania Trump video that she's using to promote some new book that's coming out. I don't know what it is, but here, let's take a minute and watch this video.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
Guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Let's get into this video. Okay, so what's she doing here? She's basically supporting and standing abortion, from what she's saying here, that these women have the essential rights and freedoms to control and govern their own bodies however they see fit. I'm assuming she's talking about abortion because she goes even further in depth. I have an article from The Guardian here. But she uses this weird phrase. She uses all women possess from birth these fundamental rights.
That all women possess from birth.
What sticks out to you about these words? All women possess from birth. Melania, you do not have these rights if you are not born. If you're snuffing out the life of these young women in the womb, they'll never have these essential rights. And yeah, I agree with you. We do have the rights to control our own bodies and have autonomy over our own bodies, especially from the government. But that doesn't mean that we murder these living bodies growing in women's wombs, because it's kind of a hypocrisy, isn't it? You say that you want these women's rights, but then you are also agreeing with the position that it's okay to kill women in the womb because of some weird existential right that you think that you have to murder women in wombs. It's this very odd dichotomy. And what I wanted to say is that I've been right all along. The modern GOP, the Republicans, the Conservative Party, they don't care about abortion. I mean, they do care about it. They care that they want to support it and that they want it to flourish, but they don't care about pro-life or anti-abortion voters or people or babies in the wombs. They don't care. And they're telling this to you. For the longest time, since Trump started running, he's been talking about his pro-abortion positions. And I've been saying, I even blew it off because I wasn't firm in my beliefs up until a couple of years ago, and I was blowing this idea off that, okay, the exceptions to the rule regarding, sexual assault, incest, all that other kind of stuff, yeah, those should be made. And I'm like, no, there are no exceptions. All murder is bad. Okay, and I'm not going to support any politician who supports murdering the most innocent and vulnerable among us. And I'm not just going to do it. So I've been saying that Trump supports abortion, and he does. And his running mate in J.D. Vance also supports it because he was talking about it at the debate. He was saying that, he's not going to lobby for a national abortion ban, and how he gave the vote back to the states. So it's okay on states to vote for murdering little children in the womb. That's fine. And yeah, we're going to support women who, in their struggle for health decisions regarding their body. It's like, hey, it's like the same thing with Israel. I want to support Israel. No, I want to support Israel more. It's the same thing with abortion. I support abortion. No, I don't support abortion as much as you, but I still support it, and that's good because my base doesn't like abortion, but I don't like it as much as you do. They're all retarded. These are retarded positions. But I mean, Melania, in her own words, and this is coming out from some memoir that's going to be published a month from Election Day. It says that she's a passionate supporter of women's rights to control her own body, including the right to abortion. And these are her words. Quote, "It is imperative to guarantee that women have autonomy in deciding the preference of having children based on their own convictions, free from any intervention or pressure from the government." Okay, that's cool. That women have autonomy in deciding the preference of having children. Sure. That means the preference in who you're having sex with, who you're deciding to marry. Is the person that I'm having sex with someone that I want to marry and have children with? Yes. Okay, cool. We agree with that. if you're just asking those questions, I guess you're on the right track. But if you're just talking about autonomy over your body gives you the quote unquote right to kill your child at any moment, no, we're not talking about that. So it's weird. She also goes on to say, quote, why should anyone other than the woman herself have the power to determine what she does with her own body? It's like these people, everyone gloats over Melania Trump. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's Catholic. Oh, she's going to convert Donald Trump. No, she's married to a twice divorced man who is obviously cheating on her. I mean, what type of Catholic woman stands for this? And then has the audacity to say, why should anyone other than the woman herself have the power to determine what she does with her own body? It's not her own body. And if you read the Catechism of the Catholic Church, Melania, it says that abortion is not allowed, not even to be considered, and it's a grave sin. She goes on to say, a woman's fundamental right of individual liberty to her own life grants her the authority to terminate her pregnancy if she wishes. Where? A woman's fundamental, listen to this sentence, a woman's fundamental right of individual liberty to her own life grants her the authority to terminate her pregnancy if she wishes. Where? A woman can terminate her abortion if she wishes, but where does that come from the fundamental right of individual liberty? A woman's fundamental right of individual liberty means that you do whatever you can to preserve your own life and the lives of others around you. It doesn't mean that you have the right to kill other people. She goes on, restricting a woman's right to choose whether to terminate an unwanted pregnancy is the same as denying her control over her own body. It's not your own body. The womb was specifically created by God to nurture and grow another human being. It's not a kidney. It's not a liver. It has a purpose. Restricting a woman's right to choose whether to terminate an unwanted pregnancy is the same as denying her control over her own body. No, it is not. Okay? Pregnancy is a natural reaction to sex. It doesn't happen every time you have sex, but it's a natural reaction, and there are only two natural outcomes to it: birth or miscarriage. You interrupting this process isn't this right. I don't know where you get the right to do this from. And she says right here, I have carried this belief with me throughout my entire life. How come she's never said anything before? She's visited the Pope. She's putting flowers at statues of Mary. But all of a sudden, she's held this belief her whole life. She should be excommunicated. She should be denied the Eucharist. See, and it says, and this article continues, Melania Trump has rarely expressed political views in public. Her book, Melania, which reveals the former First Lady to be so firmly out of step with most of her own party, will be published in the U.S. next Tuesday. The Guardian obtained a copy. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely anathema. These people, they've been lying to you, to your face. And these people eat it up with a spoon, and they throw on their MAGA hats, and they're Catholics or they're Christians, but they idolize these politicians. I don't care how they want to spin it. I worship Mary. I worship God. I give Mary her hyperdulia, which she so deserves, and I give God the only worship that is truly due to him in latria. Okay? These people, these other Catholics, these other non-denominationals and evangelicals, they worship the Trumps. They worship the GOP. They worship the conservative movement. I don't. I worship God and his church, and I follow the catechism, and I follow the commandments. These people have been lying to you. You've been duped. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. And that's it.